Up with KREM begins now.
6 o'clock here on your Tuesday. Thanks for waking up with us here on the show. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Nicole Hernandez. We want to get right to weather with our meteorologist, Thomas Patrick. Thomas, we're under a weather impact alert, but you say things are going to start dying down here soon, right?
Yeah, we're at the very tail end of that alert and for our wind advisories. As you just heard, wind, rain, warm weather. So let's go over those three impacts of this atmospheric river. First of all, the winds, strongest were last night, and really the worst is definitely behind us. Just mind the roads. There might be a stray tree branch down or a little bit of debris on the road, so don't get caught off guard by that. These wind advisories set to expire at 7 a.m., so in just an hour. As for the rain, it's all contained in mostly our southern areas, basically from Whitman County and southward. It's still some solid rainfall. Could be filling back in towards Spokane. I think this is more ground clutter on Doppler radar, as we have not seen any raindrops, at least not recently, over Spokane County. And as for the warm weather, well, see for yourself, mid-40s in December for low temperatures. This is nearly 20 degrees above normal. So those are the trio of impacts that the atmospheric will have on the region for multiple days.
Here's a live look at the traffic impact this morning at I-90 in Hamilton, looking east right now. You can see some of that westbound traffic starting to pick up here. Camera may be shaking just a tad. Still a little bit breezy as you head out the door this morning. We'll keep a close eye on traffic throughout the morning, let you know if there's any problem spots.
Spokane's former city council president, Ben Stuckert, pleaded guilty to a federal charge from the Spokane ICE protest over the summer. The judge accepted his change of plea, and he was not taken into custody. This was all part of a plea deal, and both sides agreed to defer sentencing. In the meantime, Stuckert can work to lessen his charges. After yesterday's hearing, we heard from him.
When ICE took Cesar and Joshua and put them in chains, I decided to try and stop them from taking my friends. At the time, it was my hope that the government would do the right thing and release them from custody. I understood what I was up against, but I felt it was necessary to take a stand. I accept full responsibility for my conduct.
Stuckert is scheduled to be back in court in June of 2027. Court documents say he will then plead guilty to a reduced misdemeanor charge, and the judge will then set a new sentencing hearing. And three other protesters are on the schedule for a plea change hearing today: Aaron Lang, Colin Muncie, and Bobby Silva. They were all also arrested during the June protests. Well, 6 inmates in the Kootenai County Jail had to be taken to a local hospital after suffering fentanyl overdoses. None died, and jail officials say they used Narcan.
The incident happened on Saturday. During that time, the jail asked law enforcement to arrest only the most crucial offenders.
That took about 6 of our deputies, of our 9 deputies, being transported to the hospital. So when you have a critical incident like this, it's pretty shattering. It really depletes all of our resources real quick. Our patrol deputies came in, they came in to help with the investigations and then to make sure the jail was still safe.
The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office says they arrested a 37-year-old current inmate for possession of a controlled substance inside a correctional facility. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell and a Republican senator from Tennessee introduced the Hustle Act. This is to help college athletes earning NIL protect their money. The bipartisan bill would create a new NIL investment account that would allow student athletes save a portion of their earnings. It also aims to protect athletes by placing restrictions on athletes' agents.
Well, we've all been feeling it, but the dollar has not been going quite as far as it used to. So now people are looking for a way to make extra money. One way is to sell metals. Right now, the price of gold and silver are going up. Pawn shops in Idaho say hundreds of people come in every day trying to sell their metals. As for why we're seeing this spike, there's a few different reasons.
I think that the gold prices are reflective of a couple of things. First of all, it's kind of a hedge against perhaps harder economic times, so people invest in gold. Also, there are foreign actors who wish to buy gold as another asset, perhaps diversifying their portfolio and staying away from the U.S. economy a bit.
We often see gold and silver prices go up during a recession. The last 2 times gold spiked were in 2008 to 2009 and during COVID. Experts say it could mean we're heading into a recession.
The next couple of years are big for sports in the U.S. Next year, the World Cup And in 2028, the Summer Olympics. Fans from across the world are already planning their trips. According to Expedia, fans from England search for trips to North America by 85% and fans from Mexico by more than 200%. While Seattle is a host of the World Cup, other cities across the country that are not hosting the World Cup are trying to get in on the fun.
Even non-host cities are looking at ways that they can leverage getting tourists. DC is pitching and trying to position itself as, hey, take a day trip from Philly to Washington, D.C. Do other things while they're there for the World Cup. That's going to create more economic impact.
Fortune Business Insights shows in 2025, the sports tourism industry was valued at more than $707 billion, and it's expected to nearly triple in value by 2032.
Current time is 6:06. Here is a look at today's day planner. A bit of rain and wind from last night is starting to ease into the day, and we should actually have still breezy but calmer weather to work with during the midday. 48 degrees is still plenty warm, especially for December standards. As for our next bout of rain, well, here's just a quick snapshot of that. If you live in our southernmost areas, like in Pullman or Lewiston, you might still see a scattered shower even in the afternoon. Meanwhile, in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, our next bout of rain likely waits until a bit later this evening after 8 or 9 o'clock.